Hanuman is saying. Because Hanuman, it's not that he had a aristocratic birth. He mentions here, we'll read, one cannot establish a friendship with Ramachandra on the basis of material qualities, such as one's personal beauty, one's eloquence, one's sharp intelligence, or one's superior race or nation. None of these are prerequisites or qualifications for developing a friendship with Lord Ramachandra. Otherwise, how is it possible that although we uncivilized inhabitants of the forest have not taken noble births, although we have no physical beauty, and although we cannot speak like gentlemen, Lord Ramachandra has nevertheless accepted us as friends? So we cannot capture Krishna, we cannot capture or we cannot conquer God by any of our material qualifications. But He is conquered by devotion, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. What does he say? Bhaktya mama bhajanati. I am known by devotional service. That's what Krishna says. He's conquered by devotional service. So we find ourselves in material existence in this world, jivatmas, souls, and inhabiting a physical body. We all are inhabiting physical bodies here, as we are all souls. And we find ourselves in conditioned existence far away from God, or far away from Krishna. And we have a hard time perceiving His existence, His kindness, anything about Him really. There's a verse explains, how does that go? Anyone know what verse I'm talking about? It goes, Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Nabhaved Gram Indrayai Sevan Mukhe Jivadao Swayameva Spratida. That our material blunt senses cannot perceive the nature of Krishna, the nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But by engaging the senses, our senses, these blunt senses, in the service of Krishna, Krishna reveals Himself, or God reveals Himself. So if one engages themselves in Krishna's service or in the Lord Ramachandra's service, then our heart will become purified, and Krishna will appear before us. So when we talk about service, serving Krishna, what does that mean exactly? All of us in this world, we are engaged in some type of service. We have a number of parents here, mothers, fathers, and they spend a lot of time serving their children. Out of affection, out of love, they're serving their children. And husbands serve their wives, wives serve their husbands. People are engaged in serving their bosses. If the boss says, you have to have this done by next Wednesday, then you have to do it. So, in this way, everyone is engaging in service. And a fortunate person, they understand that the best service that one can engage in is service to Krishna. One of our great teachers, he explains how most people in this world, they're engaged in serving vice. Who could say what is vice? V-I-C-E. What is that? Opposite of virtue. Okay. Can you go, that's true. Can you go into more detail? What's an example of vice? Something that's a vice. Bad qualities? Is that what you said? Can you go into more detail? Maybe all of you are so pious you have no idea of what is a vice. Okay. All right. He's saying intoxication. Yes, that's a vice. It's a useless thing that people engage in. That's bad for them. Meat eating. That's also a vice. It's unnecessary to kill animals. You could live very peacefully and happily without eating animals. True? Someone said something? Yes? Gambling. All right. Yes. Gambling is a vice. Gambling increases greed. That fire in our heart to have more and more and more. There was one wealthy man. He was the most wealthiest man in the world at one point. And they asked him, "What is your philosophy in one word?" And you know what he said? He said, "More." So he wanted more. More, more, more. So yes, gambling, meat eating, intoxication. Anything else? What about gossiping? Gossiping. Gossiping's right, you tell someone, "Oh, did you hear about them?" "Oh, yeah. Did you hear about, yes, yes." What about criticizing others? It's also a vice. Who said? Oh, lying. Yeah. Lying. There's something, they say that, how do you know when a politician is lying? What was that? When he opens his mouth, yeah. Yeah. Poor politicians, right? They always get some flack. Recently, someone told me, it's a kind of short story, how there was one rabbi and one a Hindu man and a rabbi and a politician, and they went to stay at someone's house. They got stuck. They were traveling, and the man said, "Well, I only have a couple of rooms, so I don't have room for everybody. So someone's going to have to stay out in the barn." So the rabbi went out there to stay in the barn, and then a few minutes passed, and then he came and he knocked on the door. And he told the man, "Yeah, I can't really stay there according to my religion. Pigs are considered really dirty, so I can't stay there." So the Hindu man said, "Okay, no problem. I'll go out there and stay. You can stay in the house, and I'll go to the barn." So the Hindu man went to the barn, and then some minutes later, he comes back. He's knocking on the door, and he says to the owner of the house, "Yes, I can't stay there. According to my religion, cows are considered sacred, and it's best if I don't, be so close. So it's better I stay in the home." So then he goes back. So then the politician goes out there, and some minutes pass, and then there's a knock on the door, and the pig and the cow is at the door. He's saying, I can't stay out there. There's a politician out there. Hare Krishna. So yeah, politics by nature could be. Once Srila Prabhupada was with a big politician in India, and one of his young disciples was in the back of the car, and this disciple was telling this politician that, you can purify your service, you could stay in the government and everything. And then Srila Prabhupada overheard it. And then Srila Prabhupada, he turned back to this politician and he said, no, you should get out. He said, politics is very dirty. So lying, yes, that's how we got off into that, lying. So in this way, there's a number of different vices we can take shelter of. And in material existence, there's a tendency to take shelter in those things because that's what everybody else is doing. Look at the billboards. What are they advertising? They're advertising all the different things, all types of vices, things that are not good for us, really, for the most part. So one of our teachers, he says, Kama dinam katina katida palita dornideshas tesham jata maina kruna notrapa nopashanti utsri jaitan atiyadabate san tam labdibudis twamayata sharanamabhayam mam yukshwatmidasya. So he says that, in how many ways have I sought to obey the demands of my wicked desires? He says, on and on, I've been trying to quench lust's unquenchable fires. But now my higher intelligence has awoken, and now I'm praying to you, O Krishna, please engage me in your service with faith that can never be broken. So, to give solace to Sita, that yes, soon you will be free. He was really surrendered on in every possible way, actually, Hanuman. Out of love, out of devotion. And that is really the goal. It's not that as some people think that the goal is something impersonal, like a void goal, where we just merge into nothingness, or a impersonal goal where the soul just merges into this Brahmajyoti impersonal light. The goal is personal. Vedanti tat vavidas tattvam yajjnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdite. That there are three aspects to the absolute truth. Then personal effulgence, Krishna within our heart, God within our heart, and the personal aspect, Bhagavan, Krishna, or Ramachandra. So the idea is that instead of thinking ourselves Indians or Americans or Germans, and instead of being absorbed in the illusion of this world and so many different vices that never make us happy anyways, better we think ourselves a pure spirit soul, we feel ourselves a pure spirit soul, and we engage in that loving service to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which really will make us happy and completely satisfied and peaceful. So does anybody have any question or comment? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
How do we react when the vices take the better of us?
How do we react when the vices take the better of us? Yes. Well, just as Hanuman was very strong and powerful, he's known for that, to be a warrior. Similarly, Vaishnavas or Vaishnavis have to be very powerful, very strong. And we don't say just physically, we mean spiritually, have to be very strong. We need bala, that strength. And we need Ram, happiness, spiritual happiness. So we need that to be successful. But sometimes people feel that, well, I'm not so strong. What do I do? One time, one girl, she asked me a question, because my name's Balarama Das, which means Bala's is strength and Ram is happiness. So she said, is it that your guru gave you the name Balaram because you have spiritual strength and happiness, or is it that you need it? You want to guess what I said? So I said I need it. No, that's the humble thing to say, right? I need it, yes. It's true, I do need it. So we need that strength, and that strength comes by associating with devotees, with other spiritual practitioners, and by exercising our spiritual muscles. We cannot expect to be strong if we do not exercise our spiritual muscles. Just like people who are very strong have, big muscles or whatever, and really strong people, they're working their biceps regularly, every day. So similarly, every day we have an opportunity to exercise our spiritual muscles. We could pick up our bead bag, right? It's not very heavy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I guess some devotees' beads are really heavy. I've seen some really big beads in my days. Indra Swami initiated someone some time ago. They had like huge beads. So you could lift those as weights, but my beads are not very heavy. But although these beads aren't very heavy, generally, but the chanting is a very serious thing, and that chanting will give us like great spiritual strength, like inconceivable spiritual strength actually. It will give us the strength to overcome any obstacle that's put before us. What ordinary people fall for, the type of illusion that ordinary people find themselves in, the vice that they find themselves in, is completely absent in somebody who takes proper shelter of the chanting. So it's a very powerful It's a very powerful process. Earlier someone was mentioning to me, because we were taking a walk in a nearby neighborhood, and we were talking about different things. Mostly we were chanting, but we were also talking a little bit. And somehow or other scorpions came up. We were talking about scorpions. Anyone has been seen a scorpion recently? Anyone's been bit by a scorpion before? Okay, we got 1, 2, okay. So, someone was making the point that sometimes death is compared to being bitten by, I think they said 1,000 scorpions, something like that. Whether it's 100 or 1,000, it's the pain. But even that, death, or whatever it may be, anything in between, a devotee just, no problem. Like Dhruva Maharaj, when he was going back to Godhead, it said he stepped on the foot of death and then went onto the plane, the spiritual plane. So we need to take shelter of the holy name. And when Raghunath Das Goswami, he explains that when we're going down the path of bhakti, it's like a highway, and then thugs come out, or gangsters, dangerous people. They come out and they try to rob us. And he personifies those as selfishness, anger, greed, all of these different bad qualities. They come up in a personified form and try to rob us of our Krishna consciousness. So what do? You just say, okay, take my Krishna consciousness. I surrender to you. He says that we should call out. Call out to Krishna. We should chant Hare Krishna, or call out to the devotees of Krishna. Just like Draupadi, she was there, and she was being disrobed, which is a very terrible thing, very embarrassing, like inconceivably embarrassing, especially at that time. And what was she going to say? She just, hey Govinda, she's called out, and Krishna came. So it manifested as a sari, right? Just kept on. So yeah, we have to call out. That's really the. But again, we have to practice that. There was one devotee. He was about to get in a car crash. A senior devotee. And then right when he was about to get in a car crash, he yelled out, "Jesus Christ!" Of course, it's much better than yelling out something else, but somehow or other his mind went there. But if we practice chanting in the morning, regularly, daily, then when danger comes, we'll call it to Krishna. I fly around, it's here and there, all around the world, and sometimes, I'm sure you do too, but sometimes there's rough air. I was just on a flight recently, You're on these flights and people get really spooked out. Someone was shouting and scared. So I was on one flight and we're in the air and it was getting rough, it's like, it's just like, and then one woman, she screamed, and I was like, that doesn't really help the atmosphere. So I just put my hand in my bead bag and I started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So if we practice, then our minds will go there to Krishna. But without practice, so I hope that helps to some degree. work the spiritual muscles. All right. Any other question? Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hmm. Yeah, so the question is, when we first come to Krishna consciousness, everything seems very new and fresh and wonderful. And then over time, things become, we become used to things and it becomes less enlivening, and you're given the example that, oh, you get Mahaprasadam and it was like a wonderful thing, but now you still do, but there's a tendency to see it as more like a ritual. Yeah. In the beginning, Krishna, he gives us some special mercy to encourage us. And then over time, when we become when we get into the process more, then Krishna is demanding more of us, actually. He's demanding more surrender. Just like for one who has a young child, there's certain things that you expect a child to do, but when they get older, you expect other things from them. In other words, when a child is acting up or this and that, but when they become older, you expect them to be more serious, more responsible, more together. So similarly, Krishna, he's trying to bring us to higher states by not making everything as easy as it was. So we have to push further. Just like sometimes people get married, they call it like the honeymoon phase. Honeymoon phase means, everyone knows what a honeymoon is. You bride and groom, and it's the most beautiful, wonderful day of their life. Rupa Goswami says that just as a bride and groom are very eagerly gazing at each other on their wedding day, he says, let me have that type of devotional gazing at the form of the deity. So, but on that wedding day, on that honeymoon, everything's new, everything's fresh, but over time, the honeymoon phase goes away. And at least in America, they have a saying, it's called the 7-year itch. What that means is after 7 years, there's an itch to, change relationship. Of course, it's a very uncultured thing, but it's there. That's the mind. The mind always wants something. The grass is always greener on the other side. So yeah, we have to apply ourselves. We can't blame Krishna for our lack of taste or our lack of attraction for him. Krishna is the most attractive person. If we are lacking in that realization, that's a fault on our part. But as he says, just as medicine tastes bitter, if somebody has jaundice, if they keep on taking the medicine, it becomes sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. So that's really the point, that we have to try to take the chanting in the right way, which means we have to try to chant without offense. We have to know what the offenses are, and we have to actively try to give them up. Shushu Sho Shodadanasya Vasudeva Kataruchihi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra punya tirtha nashevana, by serving those great souls who are free from vice. Great service is done. And by that service, one gains a taste, one gains attraction for Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport that if you serve great devotees free from vice, we were talking about vice earlier, then great service is done, and he explains in the purport that you will get what they have. What is that? The main quality they have, of course, they have humility, tolerance, and so on, but one of the main qualities they have is they have this great attraction to Krishna. So if we feel that we're lacking in that, then we could associate more with Mahatmas. Of course, all devotees are Mahatmas, but we could associate more with devotees and serve them here and chant together. Like I was over at, we were over right earlier, remember? We were at your house? Yes, I was, and we were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita together for about an hour. So it was very nice. So in this way we're associating with Prabhupada too. So, all right, so I think the time is up now. So thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, everyone. How did you like the class? Hare Bo. Thank you very much, Balarama Prabhu, for kindly coming here and giving us your association. We are having a great time since Friday, and this is going to continue. I'll talk about it in a little bit, but first, let's thank our sponsors today. Snehal and Chandini Singh celebrating their children's birthday. Ishanvi and Ritivan, can you please come forward and receive the garlands? Snehal and Chandini Singh, are you with us? Seems like they are not here. Okay, still give them a big round of applause. Wish them both a very happy birthday. Then there is Arjun and Anvit Doda celebrating birthdays. Are they here, Arjun and Anvit Doda? Yes, they are here. Please come forward. Okay, so as I was mentioning, Prabhuji is going to be at ASU tomorrow, April 14th at 7 p.m. MU 202, if any of the ASU devotees are here, please join this program. Nikit, I think you are going to be here. Nikit Prabhu is going to be here, and some of the devotees. You can see him if you need more information. So tomorrow at ASU program, 7 p.m. by our own Balarama Prabhu. Then the Vaishnava Sadachar series continues, and we'll have the fourth session titled Managing in Harmonious Ways. So again, Friday at 7 o'clock, please join us for Gaur Aarti at 6:30, followed by the class 7 to 8, and then Prasadam. Then we have from April 24th to 27th, Devotee Care Seminar by Jayanitai Prabhu, who's a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He's going to come along with his wife, and they are going to give this devotee care seminar from April 24th to 27th. Prabhu stays in New York Bhakti Center and Bhakti Manor in London, UK, and he's specially coming here to give us this seminar. So please use this opportunity and join this program. It's a very, very important program, right, Mataji? Okay. And then we have our regular morning sadhana program every day, group chanting followed by Srimad Bhagavatam reading from 5 to 6 a.m. daily. It's available live on Zoom and YouTube. Please try to join it. We have seen great enthusiasm lately. More and more people are joining. I'm sure they are benefiting from it. So those of you who want to join, you can see Vamshi Gopal Prabhu. He is the main coordinator, or you can even see me. I can add you to the group. Then we have Temple Srimad Bhagavatam class every day from 7:35 a.m. Again live on Facebook and YouTube. Then Vaishnavi is reading on Zoom 4:30 to 5:15 in the evening, Monday to Friday. And the youth group meets every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. Virtually on Zoom. Then we have Monday to Thursday Srila Prabhupada book reading. Currently we are reading Nectar of Devotion. It's live on Facebook from 7:05 to 7:35 p.m. We also have Monday to Thursday Chaitanya Charitamrita reading on Zoom from 8:30 to 8:50 p.m. And we have yoga classes which have resumed now, Mataji, from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. every Saturday morning. So those of you who are interested, please join the yoga classes. We have obviously Sunday school and Hindi classes continuing. Then we have the puja and catering services. Our own Damodar Prabhu, he provides those services. So anybody looking for puja service, please see him, and catering service, other temple devotees can help you. And we need some volunteers, right, Mataji, for, it's written here? No? That's okay. Okay. Garland? Oh, gardening? Yes. Yeah, so Manu Prabhu was, as you can see, he has done a wonderful job taking care of our garden. He has literally transformed it single-handedly. Unfortunately, he's relocating to India, and we're going to miss him, and the garden is going to miss him. So those of you who have a green thumb, please join us and help with the garden. Those veggies are actually offered to the deities, and it's a great service to help in that garden. So please help us. With that, we'll have prasadam prayers and make one line for darshan, and then for prasadam, seniors and little children first, followed by everyone. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah, sorry. Yes, children and senior first for darshan, and also for prasadam, children and senior first. Thank you.
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन् विश्वासने जायते शरीरा विद्याजाल जोड़े इंद्रियता है कार जीवे फैले विषय सागरे तार मर्दे जीवाती लोभोमय सुदुर्मति ताक चिता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो नयामाय
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare भगवत महाप्रसादम की जय। So we do it for so that everybody can hear.
आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरम् चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् वेणोर्मधुरो रेणोर्मधुरा पाणिर्मधुरा पादो मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् गीतं मधुरं गीतं मधुरं भोक्तं मधुरं सोक्तं मधुरम् रूपं मधुरं शीलतं मधुरं मधुराधिपते मधुरं भासितं मधुरम् कारणं मधुरं कारणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं रमणं मधुरम् वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् गोञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा योक्तं मधुरं भोक्तं मधुरम् हृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् गोपा मधुरा गाओ मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम् आधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरम्
Mataji, can we read the translation one time before we go to the next one? Do you want to read it? Madhurashtakam translation. His lips are sweet, his face is sweet, and his eyes are sweet. His smile is sweet, his heart is sweet, his gait is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His words are sweet, his character is sweet, his dress is sweet, his belly folds are sweet, his movements are sweet, his wandering is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His flute is sweet, his foot dust is sweet, his hands are sweet, his feet are sweet, his dancing is sweet, his friendship is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His singing is sweet, his yellow cloth is sweet, his eating is sweet, his sleeping is sweet, his beauty is sweet, his tilak is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His deeds are sweet, his liberating is sweet, his stealing is sweet, his love sports are sweet, his oblations are sweet, his tranquility is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His ganja berry necklace is sweet, His flower garland is sweet. His Yamuna river is sweet. His ripples are sweet. His water is sweet. His lotuses are sweet. Everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His gopis, cowherd boys, are sweet. His pastimes are sweet. His union is sweet. His food is sweet. His delight is sweet. His courtesy is sweet. Everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness. His gopas are sweet. His cows are sweet. His staff is sweet. His creation is sweet. His trampling is sweet. His fruitfulness is sweet. Everything is sweet about the Emperor of Sweetness.
परम करुणा बहुदुई जन नित्य